Have you ever been promised the world by someone? A perfect, beautiful, and secure future where all of your dreams come true? You hear them talk about a house with a white picket fence, a family, a life of shared success, or an epic adventure together, and you feel a rush of hope, excitement, and deep, profound relief. It feels like you have finally found the person who sees you, who understands you, and who wants to build a beautiful life with you. But then, months or even years go by, and those promises are never, ever fulfilled. The future they so beautifully painted for you never arrives. It was nothing more than empty words. Psychologists call this deceptive and deeply painful tactic future faking, and narcissists are masters at it. It's when someone paints a perfect, almost cinematic picture of the future, not out of genuine love or a desire for a shared life, but as a manipulative tool to control you in the present. They dangle your deepest hopes and dreams in front of you like a carrot on a stick, keeping you hooked to a relationship that is, in reality, toxic, painful, and profoundly unfulfilling. Maybe they talk about marriage, kids, moving to a new city, or starting a business together, all with an incredible level of detail and passion, but deep down, on a subconscious level, they never actually mean it. The words are just a performance, a new act in the same old play of control and manipulation. In this video, we'll uncover the 7 clear and undeniable warning signs that someone might be using future faking on you. We'll break down the psychological reasons behind this tactic, and, most importantly, we will give you the tools to recognize it for what it is. And trust me, once you recognize these signs, once you see the pattern, you will never fall for this insidious trap again. You will stop waiting for a future that will never come and start living a life that is truly, genuinely your own. Because here's the truth. Their promises aren't about love. They're about control. From a psychological perspective, future faking is a form of manipulation and emotional control, and it is one of the most powerful and effective weapons in a narcissist's arsenal. It is not just casual talk about the future. It is a calculated and deliberate pattern of behavior that serves a very specific and destructive purpose. It is a way of creating a fantasy bond that is more powerful, more seductive, and more compelling than the negative reality of the present. The narcissist uses these promises to create a powerful sense of hope, excitement, and dependency in you, the victim. They are essentially creating an emotional hook, a powerful psychological anchor that keeps you connected to the relationship, waiting for something that will never come. The more they talk about this amazing, beautiful future, the more you start to believe in it. And the more you believe in it, the more you are willing to tolerate the abuse, the emotional neglect, and the pain of the present. They are leveraging your natural, human desire for a loving, secure, and happy future to keep you trapped in a toxic and unhealthy dynamic. Have you ever caught yourself holding on to a toxic person just because you believed in the beautiful, seemingly perfect future they described? Have you ever thought, well, they're not great now, but we're going to get married someday? Or they're a mess, but once we have a family, everything will be perfect. Or once we move to that new city, things will get better. If that sounds familiar, then you have been caught in the trap of future faking. The narcissist uses a specific kind of language to do this. They speak in grand, vague terms. They are very good at describing the feeling of the future, the emotion of it, without ever providing any of the concrete details. They will say, "We'll be so happy when we have a family," without ever talking about the day-to-day work of raising a family. They will say, "Our lives are going to be so amazing once we move to that new city," without ever talking about the logistics of finding a new job, a new place to live, or making new friends. The grandiosity of their language is what makes their promises so seductive. It allows you to fill in the details with your own hopes and dreams, making the fantasy even more powerful. If that sounds familiar, pay attention, because this is not a sign of love. It is a powerful form of manipulation. Let's go through the 7 clear warning signs that you are being future faked. If you're worried that you are being future faked, You need to stop focusing on the grand, beautiful words they are saying and start looking for patterns in their behavior. The pattern itself is the truth. Here are 7 clear and undeniable warning signs that what you are hearing is a manipulation, not a genuine promise. 1. Big promises early on. A narcissist often jumps right to the big stuff. They will talk about marriage, moving in together, or lifelong plans way too quickly in the relationship. This is a powerful form of love bombing, a way of creating instant attachment and making you feel like you are the one. This creates a powerful emotional hook, a fantasy bond that is built on the hope of a beautiful future, not on the reality of a healthy, genuine, and well-paced relationship. A healthy person wants to get to know you first. A narcissist wants to secure you as a source of supply as quickly as possible. 2. Plans that always shift. They keep talking about a shared future, but the dates, the details, and the timelines always seem to change. They will say, "We'll get married next year," but when next year comes, the date is pushed back. They will say, "As soon as I get that promotion, we'll move," but the promotion never comes. This is a form of subtle gaslighting. The moving goalposts create a constant sense of hopeful stasis, keeping you in a state of emotional limbo, always waiting for something that never arrives. Does that sound familiar? The plan is never solid because the plan is never real. 3. Over-the-top dream building. They will paint a fairy tale future, lavish houses, exotic vacations, perfect lives, and incredible financial success. It will sound almost too good to be true, like something out of a movie, and that's because it usually is. This is a way for them to mirror your deepest hopes and desires back to you. They're not talking about their dreams, they're talking about your dreams. This powerful form of mirroring creates an emotional illusion that makes you feel like they're your soulmate, the one person who truly gets you, when in reality, they're simply preying on your desires to manipulate you. 4. Using promises to silence you. Whenever you raise concerns or feel neglected, whenever you try to have an honest conversation about the problems in the relationship, they distract you with future promises. "Don't worry," they say. "Once we get married, things will be different." Or, "Once we have a house together, I'll be a better partner." This is a classic diversionary tactic, a way for them to avoid accountability for their actions in the present. They're using the hope of the future as a shield to protect themselves from having to face the reality of the pain they are causing you today. But notice, while they're talking about the future, nothing, absolutely nothing, changes in the present. 5. A pattern of broken promises. The biggest clue of all is to look back. How many times have they promised something and never followed through? Did they promise to help you with something and then forget? Did they promise to change a behavior and then do it again? The pattern itself is the biggest and most undeniable warning sign. You may be in a state of cognitive dissonance, trying desperately to reconcile their beautiful words with their harmful actions. The key is to stop trying to reconcile the two and to simply look at the pattern of their behavior. The pattern is the truth. 6. They avoid real action. When it comes to taking actual, concrete steps like setting a date, saving money, making an appointment, or looking for a house, they avoid it, make excuses, or shift the blame onto you. They will always have a reason why they can't take action right now. The car broke down. They had a tough day at work. They have a new project they have to focus on. Their excuses are endless because they have no intention of ever making those plans a reality. The future they are painting is not real, so there is no action to be taken in the present. 7. The future is their shield. This is the most manipulative sign of all. Whenever they feel you slipping away, whenever you start to get bored, or when you start to feel strong enough to leave, they will suddenly bring up the future again. They will start talking about a big, grand plan. It's not about love, it's about a panic response. It is a last-ditch effort to keep you hooked, to reactivate the fantasy bond, and to keep you hopeful and under their complete control. It is a powerful reminder that their promises are not about a shared future with you, but about a continued connection to their source of narcissistic supply. Now here's the painful truth. Future faking isn't about the future at all. It's about controlling your present, keeping you in a state of hopeful stasis, and preventing you from ever leaving. Future faking is not a harmless act. It is a powerful form of psychological and emotional abuse that can leave you with a profound sense of confusion, dependency, and exhaustion. The person who is being future faked is in a constant state of emotional turmoil, and the consequences can be deeply damaging to your sense of self and your ability to trust. Future faking can leave you confused. You're stuck in a constant state of cognitive dissonance, a profound psychological struggle between their words and their actions. They're telling you one thing with their mouth and showing you something completely different with their behavior. You are left asking yourself, what is real? Are they a loving person who just has a hard time following through? Or are they a cruel person who just knows how to say the right things? This profound confusion can lead you to a state of self-doubt and can even make you feel like you are going crazy, a feeling that the narcissist is all too happy to reinforce. Dependent. Future faking creates a powerful form of dependency, a psychological trap that keeps you hooked to a toxic relationship. You're not holding on because the relationship is healthy or fulfilling now. You're holding on because you believe in the hope of a better tomorrow. This hope creates a powerful trauma bond, a dependency on the abuser that is almost impossible to break. You're always waiting for the real relationship to begin, for the real person to show up, which makes it incredibly difficult to leave, even when the reality of the situation becomes unbearable. Exhausted. Living in a state of constant fantasy is profoundly draining. You are investing all of your mental, emotional, and even financial energy into a future that will never come. You are making plans that are never fulfilled. You are waiting for a person who will never show up. This leaves you in a state of profound exhaustion, a feeling of being emotionally and mentally drained. All of your emotional energy is being poured into a black hole of empty promises, which leaves you with nothing left for yourself, nothing left for your own well-being, and nothing left to pursue a life that is truly your own. Let me ask you, have you noticed yourself making endless excuses for someone just because you believed things would get better later? Have you ever found yourself defending their empty promises to your friends or family? Have you ever felt a profound sense of emotional and physical exhaustion? Not because of what is happening now, but because of what you're constantly hoping for in the future. If so, it's not your fault, but it's time to see the pattern for what it really is. It is a deliberate and calculated form of manipulation designed to keep you trapped in a cycle of hope and disappointment. Now that you know the painful truth of future faking, the most important question is, what can you do to protect yourself? How do you break free from a trap that is so expertly designed to keep you hooked on hope? The key is to stop engaging with their fantasy and to start grounding yourself in your own reality. It is a powerful act of rebellion against the chaos they have created. Psychologists recommend these essential, non-negotiable steps. First, you must look at actions, not words. This is the single most powerful shift you can make. You have likely been trained to believe their promises, to hear their beautiful words, and ignore their destructive behavior. You have to reverse that process entirely. Their words are a performance, a new act in the same old play of manipulation. The only thing you can trust is their consistent, long-term behavior. Do their promises of commitment align with how they treat you today? Do their promises of a shared future align with how they manage their finances or how they treat your family? Do their promises of being a better partner align with their consistent pattern of lying, blame, and emotional neglect? The only thing that matters is the behavioral evidence. If their words and actions do not align, then their words are empty. Period. No exceptions. This simple shift in focus will give you a profound sense of clarity and will make it impossible for them to future fake you ever again. Second, you must stop waiting for someday. You have been living in a state of hopeful stasis, always waiting for the someday when everything will be better. This is an exhausting and self-destructive way to live. You must shift your focus entirely to the present. You must make your decisions based on how they are treating you today, not on how they promised they would treat you tomorrow. You must ask yourself, is this person bringing me joy and peace right now? Do they make me feel safe, seen, and respected today? If the answer is no, then their promises of a better tomorrow are a distraction from the reality of your pain. Your life is happening today, not in some imaginary future, and you deserve to live it fully. You deserve to be happy and to feel secure today, not at some distant and unattainable point in time. Third, you must set boundaries. A narcissist will use a promise of the future as a way to avoid accountability in the present. This is why you must set firm, non-negotiable boundaries around this behavior. If they keep making promises without any action to back them up, you must call it out. Or, even more powerfully, you must step back. You can say, I'm not going to talk about a future together until I see consistent, real action in the present. Or, you can simply stop engaging with their future faking entirely. When they bring it up, you can say, that sounds like a beautiful idea, but I'm going to focus on our reality today. Your refusal to engage with their fantasy is a powerful act of defiance, and it is the first step toward reclaiming your sanity. When they see that their future faking no longer works, they will be forced to face the reality of their own actions, and you will be free from their manipulative words. Finally, and this is perhaps the most important point of all, you must learn to trust your gut. A narcissist's job is to make you doubt your own intuition, to make you believe that your feelings are wrong. But your gut instinct is a powerful and unshakable truth. It is the part of you that knows deep down that something is off. It is the part of you that feels a flash of discomfort when they make an over-the-top promise. It is the part of you that feels a sense of dread when they talk about a future that never arrives. You have to learn to trust that feeling. If something feels off, it usually is. Your gut feeling is a powerful alarm system, and you have to start listening to it. Stop rationalizing their bad behavior. Stop making excuses for them. Your feelings are valid, and they're trying to tell you the truth. Because the real love you deserve isn't built on empty words. It's built on consistent action. So, those are the 7 warning signs of future faking. Now you know how to spot this insidious form of manipulation, and you know how to protect yourself from it. You can see, with profound clarity, that their beautiful words are nothing more than a performance, and that their promises are nothing more than a shield to protect them from accountability. Remember this. If someone truly loves you, they'll show it through consistent, real-world action, not endless, empty promises. A person who genuinely cares for you will be a partner in your present, not just a narrator of a hypothetical future. They will be a part of your life today, not just a distant dream of someday. Don't let the dream of someday steal the reality of your life today. You deserve to be happy, safe, and secure right now. Your life is happening in this moment, and it is too precious to waste on a fantasy that will never come true. Your freedom is in your hands, and it begins the moment you stop waiting for a future that will never be and start living a life that is truly, genuinely your own. If this video spoke to you, if it validated your experience, and if it gave you the courage to choose your own reality, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because there are so many people trapped in this cycle, living a life of hopeful stasis. Your share could be the light they need to finally see the truth, to break free from the trap of empty promises, and to reclaim a life that is filled with genuine peace and authentic love. Stay aware, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.